Thinking about selling your investment property? It's a tough question. Here are three things I think you should consider if that's the question you're facing right now. Number one, do you have an alternative use for your funds once you sell your investment home? This is really an important factor. A lot of people will sell a home these days and then be left with some cash, and the alternative investment vehicles just aren't returning anywhere close to what you were getting when that money was invested in rental properties. Very, very important to look at the real return that your invested capital is yielding in your real estate investment before you go and cash out. Because if you can't match the return somewhere else, then you're throwing away investment return, investment yield. So make sure you talk with your financial advisor or carefully determine what your capital could yield if you choose to sell your home right now and invest it elsewhere. If it goes into a lower yielding vehicle, then you've made a big mistake. Number two, is your home costing you money? Now, if you're in a situation where your rental home or the home that you own is starting to really eat into your returns, where your returns were a certain level at one time, but now they're eroding because of extra cost, then it could be the right time to sell that investment home. There's lots of factors that can cause it to start costing you money, including a large and unanticipated turnover expense, a higher than expected receivables rate, the inability to collect rents from your renters, or you might be in a situation where you have a high rate of interest on your loan, and it's costing you more money than you could be yielding in an alternative investment. If that is the case, then it might be time to sell your rental home. But look carefully to make sure that it's truly costing you money over the long term, and that you're not just having a bad month. And number three, have you met your objectives? Just like any other investment, if you've reached the objective that you set out to reach and you've accomplished what your plans were, then you could, of course, wait and try to get even more than that, but you don't know exactly where the market's going to go. A wise investment strategy often is to sell once you've reached your objective or once you've met your goal. At that point, at least you know that you're not going to lose any. You lock in the gains that you anticipated and under which your financial plan was created, and you put yourself in a far more stable and less volatile situation. So consider those three factors as you think about whether or not now is the right time to sell your investment home. They could influence your decision positively or negatively.